This Sunday is Pentecost Sunday, the day we celebrate the giving of the Holy Spirit to all believers. On that day, the Spirit arrived like a windstorm and entered each one like a flame, spiritually setting their hearts on fire. All who come to faith in Jesus Christ possess this fire. But what keeps it burning? What keeps the fire burning? Keeps it from going out? I'm reminded of Proverbs 26:20, which says, "Without wood, a fire goes out." So often we try to make faith so much harder than it needs to be, and then you read a passage like this, and it just reminds us of how simple it really is. Without wood, a fire goes out. Duh. However, simple doesn't mean without thought, because the next question is, so what are we feeding our fires with? To keep our fire for the Lord going, we have to fuel it, but not with just anything. We start a fire with smaller woods of tinder and kindling, and they can keep the fire going, but you have to constantly feed it, and it never grows. It stays small, putting off little heat. Sometimes our fires are like that. We fuel them with so many small tasks, busyness, spiritually busy, but busyness nonetheless. We flip from one church project or task to another. People think we're really on fire for God, but the fire is small. And the moment we step away from the busyness, the fire starts to die out. To keep the fire going for longer periods of time and to make it grow, we need to add larger pieces of wood, which will allow the fire to burn longer. An important factor in keeping the fire going, though, is the kind of wood you choose to burn. Some people prefer pine because it burns easily. However, it also burns faster, so you have to tend to it more often, adding more wood over a shorter period of time. Some of our spiritual fires are fueled by spiritual pine. We go to church on Sunday, and our fire is stoked, and we burn bright, and our flames dance upward toward the heavens. But by Tuesday, even Monday, the fire cools off, and we are looking for the next event, maybe a choir practice or a midweek prayer service or a Christian concert to fuel our fire until the next event. So what is one to do? Well, the best fuel for a lasting fire are hardwoods, those like oaks and maples. These woods are denser and therefore burn longer and hotter. Those men and women we look up to as spiritual giants fuel their fire with hardwoods of authentic worship, Bible study, devotions, and especially prayer. Their fires burn longer and get them through the drought times. Their fires burn hotter, sparking others ablaze. That's not to say their fires do not need regular tending, or that they aren't involved in day-to-day activities of the church, or that they don't need to add a little kindling and pine to their fires midweek. However, if those things are taken away or unavailable, their fires don't go out, but are able to keep burning until they are able to gather together and get their fires stoked again. And that's another important part of keeping a fire. In order for the fire to continue to burn, it needs to be layered or positioned against other pieces of wood. In the church, we call that fellowship. Our fires often are fueled or rekindled by the fires of others. So the more we gather together, the better our fires burn. The question is, with what kind of wood are you fueling your fire? If we want to stay on fire and burn hot for the Lord, then we need to feed our fires with good, solid spiritual wood, which enables us to just relax in the assurance that they won't go out. My friends, peace and blessings.